everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Ancient Issues, a podcast where we delve into the fascinating stories and legacies of ancient civilizations. I'm your host, Andrea, and today we're going to explore one of the most mysterious and impressive cities in Mesoamerican history, Teotihuacan. We'll be answering some thought-provoking questions about the influences on this architecture and art, the role of religion in daily life, and how the social structure of the city reflects its cultural diversity. So let's get started. Let's start by talking about the architecture and art of Teotihuacan. This city, known for its grand pyramids and intricate murals, remains one of the most visually striking sites of the ancient world. But what were the main influences on the architecture and art of Teotihuacan? First, it's important to understand that Teotihuacan was a truly cosmopolitan city. It was not just a cultural and political hub, but also a melting pot of diverse influences from across Mesoamerica. The city's architectural style was influenced by early cultures, such as the Olmec and the Zapotec, but also incorporated innovative ideas that were unique to Teotihuacan. For example, the design of the Pyramid of the Sun, which stands as the largest structure in Teotihuacan, is a link with astronomical events like the sun's movement. This reflects a strong connection to cosmology, something that was central to the city identity. The use of the talud construction technique, seen in many of the city's pyramids and buildings, was also a significant architectural feature influencing other Mesoamerican cultures. As for art, the murals found at Teotihuacan are vibrant and detailed, often depicting gods, rituals, and the natural world. The art reflects the city's strong religious and ritualistic practice, with heavy emphasis on the divine power and the interconnection between the human and the supernatural. Now, let's shift gears and talk about religion, which play a huge role in the daily lives and practices of the people of Teotihuacan. Religion was not just something practiced in temples or during specific rituals. It was embedded into every aspect of life. Teotihuacanos believed in a complex pantheon of gods, many of which were tied to natural elements like the sun, moon, rain, and fertility. One of the most significant gods in Teotihuacan was Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent who was thought to represent both the heaven and the earth. Temples like the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, also known as the Temple of Quetzalcoatl, were built as centers of worship, where elaborate rituals were performed to appease the gods and maintain cosmic balance. In daily life, religion influenced everything. For example, agricultural practices were closely tied to religious beliefs, as the people believed that offering sacrifice to the gods could ensure a good harvest. Even the city's layout reflects religious symbolism. The alignment of the city major structures like the Pyramid of the Sun and Pyramid of the Moon was connected to celestial events, emphasizing the importance of astrology in the religious practice. Finally, let's talk about the social structure of Teotihuacan and how it reflects the cultural diversity of the city. Teotihuacan was a city with a complex social hierarchy, and its structure was likely influenced by its cultural diversity. The elite class, including the rulers and priests, lived in large, well-built compounds with murals and sculptures depicting their power and divine connection. This elite group had control over the city economy and religious life, which were deeply interconnected. Beneath the elite were the artisan, merchant, and laborer artisans in Teotihuacan were high-skilled and produced goods-like pottery, jewelry, and obsidian tools, which were high-valued in trade. Merchants were also important as Teotihuacan was a major trading hub. The city's central location and influence allowed it to maintain economic relationships with distant regions, including the Maya and Zapotec cultures. What's interesting is how this cultural diversity is reflected in the artifacts and the overall urban layout of Teotihuacan. For instance, the city residential neighborhoods reveal that different groups from various regions of Mesoamerica live together. This cultural diversity enriched the city, contributing to its artistic and technological innovations. To summarize today's episode, we've explored the powerful influences that shaped the architecture and art of the Teotihuacan, the deep connection religion had with the daily lives of its people, and the complex social structure that reflect the city's cultural diversity. Teotihuacan remains a symbol of cultural ingenuity, religious devotion, and social complexity. Though the mysteries of its rise and fall remain unsolved, the legacy left behind continues to captivate scholars and visitors alike. Before we end, let me introduce. I'm Andrea, the host, and I was responsible for the research, script writing, editing, audio production, and sound design. Thank you for turning into the Asian issues. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new about the one of the greatest civilizations in Mesoamerica. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the Asian world, and last, always keep exploring.